And here we are with tutorial 4 of our coaster series. And in this tutorial we're going to create something called a drawing, and we're going to output in the format of PDF, and that will be getting us ready to move into VCarve, our CNC software. So here's how we're going to do that. So on my screen I've got where we left off. Let me just orbit this around a little bit. There we go. And where you go from here is you go up to your top level where it says your file name, and right click and create a drawing. So under create a drawing we have a few choices, and the one we're looking for is here. Make sure it is in standard ASME format, because if you're in the other format, which is ISO, this is the metric system, and all of your sheet sizes will be metric and they won't work for us. So we're going to go to ASME right there. And then the size, because we have a 14-inch long piece, we need to pick a piece of paper or a sheet size that's long enough, so 17 by 11 will work. Push OK. Just wait a moment. A new tab opens up, and this new tab is a new drawing file. So without further ado, there we are. So it comes up with this formal drawing border and title block, as they call it. We don't need to worry about that too much. We're going to click, see on my mouse I've got something that I'm about to place. It says place base view. So I'm going to click that there, and then that is the edge of my coaster. So I want to see it from the top. So because I drew it looking down from the top, if I pick top view over here in orientation, I will see that. Now push OK for the moment. We're going to head back here in a second. Push OK. This is not the best orientation because I'm going to make this full size in a second, and it's going to go off the page because it's 14 inches this direction. So what I'm going to do is click on it and hit rotate up here. And I'm going to have to click one more time, because once I've selected it, I have to click this transform, and that's the origin right here, and it will then rotate around. And if you move slowly, it catches up. And you say, hey, I want it 90 degrees, like that. Push OK. Now I need to change this so it's not scaled at 1 to 4, which is showing down here in the title block 1 to 4. We're going to scale this 1 to 1. So 1 unit on the drawing equals 1 unit in real life. So double click it, go back to this where we were earlier, pick this little, I don't know, little dots at the end, and choose 1 to 1. There we are. That's full size. We'll hit close on that. Now, I don't need the border for this. I mean, if I was making a formal drafted drawing, I would use that, but I'm not. So I'm going to click the title block, push delete on my keyboard. I'm going to click the border. I'm going to push delete on my keyboard. Now, I'm just going to click on this once, and I will get this gray box. Now I can hold that gray box down with my left mouse button and move it around. If it jumps back to where it was, it usually means you got to zoom in a little bit in this program for some reason. There we go, I zoomed in. Good enough. As long as it's on the page, that's all we need. It doesn't matter where it is. So the last step here is output. Up here, output to a portable document format. And before you do this, sorry, it's going to prompt you. I'll just do it. It's going to say, I can't do this yet. Usually it does, because it says you haven't named your file yet or saved your file. But I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to save it to a location that you can find on your computer. I highly recommend using your documents folder and setting up a folder for your course. So in this case, I'm going to right click down here and go new folder. And this one is going to be wood 11, 12. There we go. And then once I have this folder, I'll double click it, and I'm inside wood 11, 12, and I'll save this as coasters PDF. Save. Okay, that's all we had to do here. The last thing before we leave, if we wanted to keep this drawing so we didn't have to do this all over again, I'll just hit save. It will default to my folder that I'm using for my project, and it's got the same name as my project, which was Coaster Tutorial, and it's put drawing at the end automatically. So I'll just put save. This will change up here showing you it's been saved, and then we can close it. And that's it, we're done. Next video we're going to move into VCarve, and we're going to start setting this up for the CNC.